The other sheet, containing words from both Master Joe and Mike, were thoughts shared during one of our long evening discussion sessions in the Chang building at Tai Chi Farm. Master Joe and Mike were amazing together, and their discussions always brilliantly provocative. I am sorry that I can't be there to share in your celebration. I would love to have met each of you. I have included one of my cards in case anyone would like to get in touch.
I've got a card right here in case anybody wants to contact her.
And there's an email listed here, and she recommends mentioning Murphy in the reference line so that she doesn't send it to junk mail. All love and peace from all of us, Lynn.
Thank you, Lynn.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, ma'am.
And then you probably need to.
Well, that's
I'll
okay.
just go get another pair of glasses because I have about 10 of them.
I'm good. I'm just good with them as without them.
Are you? Yeah, this is a picture of Master Joe.
It's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is this, where is Master Joe? Is that?
That is a picture of
Up
him?
here?
Yes,
but
it
that-
is.
and that's not Michael, this is
No,
Michael. Okay.
Michael's
It's
up
hard
in,
to
I mean,
s-
Master Joe's up in the upper left-hand corner.
Okay, I got it.
And Anna said that Master Joe is deceased also. So I'm sure they're up wherever they are, having a big time because he was so close to him. I mean, from what he told me, Master Joe could levitate, do all kinds of things that normal people couldn't even imagine doing. So he was quite the man. Do we want to just go around the room and you just start, Marilyn, and say how you met Michael?
Well, I was telling someone earlier, you know, I think he taught communications in the College of Business.
Did he
Business
really?
Communications.
When he
Because
first got there?
we would complain about students, but in the hallway, I would see him all the time. And I look forward to walking in to see him, because he was always so funny, so hilarious. And he would tell some story, very serious, and I would be laughing and laughing, and then he would look, and he would laugh, you know, or smile, or he was always tricking me. But he had a way about him, a wonderful sense of humor, just hilarious, but very subtle.
Very
I,
subtle,
And I looked
yes.
every day, you know, I'd walk in the business building looking for Michael to see what he was up to, what he was doing, and just a fun guy. I think Ray Gullett, do you remember Ray Gullett? I think he took a course with Michael in that. And he told one story about a meeting with Fernandez and what Fernandez did and what he did. And I mean, he was storyteller of all time. He could tell a story. Very serious, but then that sense of humor behind it. Laugh, giggle. We giggled. I'd see the guy and I'd start giggling. So that's all I have to say. I really liked him a lot.
He was a wonderful man.
You know the giggling I'm talking about?
Yes, I
I mean,
do.
me giggling, he would make you giggle.
Scrunching those eyes up and, yeah, absolutely. I'm Keith Showen. I'm one of those students that some teachers have that in such a meaningful way would say they fall in love with their instructor. You know, that he was such a profound influence on me. A major reason that I teach English. I took his class for the first time as as an English credit, and you know, it's one of those, oh, this is kind of what I want to do. I was some kind of biology major at the time, completely miscast as that, and said, oh, here's my home, and that was
What
my.
what did your major end up being?
It was English.
Okay, so you started
So-
out as a biology major?
Right, and
Okay.
this was well into it, and searching for direction. The first time I met him actually was with Margaret. She was having a graduate class, and
I took him with me.
I think I was a high school senior at the time. I remember that class as there's something that was electric, and you know, you could mention a moment. I think I could recall it. Something deeply personal. Every time I went into his office, it was a meaningful conversation. You know, and I got to know him a lot better outside of class, and just a really, really, really important person. Just a person I love, and deeply and spiritually. And I think his influence is something I'll feel forever, as long as I'm thinking and.
I totally agree. He's someone that touches people's lives, and once you're touched by that person, you never forget it. It's just something that's with you. And as I told him, you know, years ago, I said, I know that I've known you from a previous life. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind, because there's such a connection. Does anybody else feel that from here?
I don't know, but I've thought about Michael, you know, from time to time, just being in the hallway.
Yes.
Where is he, and I wonder what he's doing, and no communication. I guess he'd been gone about 4 years, 3 or 4 years.
Uh-huh.
Wondered where he was, you know, I can't tell you how many times I wondered about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Never asked, could have asked.
That in a previous life, he was my dog.
There you go.
Just, it was a way for him to make fun of me.
Of
You know, when I would
course.
have what I thought was an important idea.
You mentioned how he touched you as a professor.
He always had the most elegant way of bringing you down to
Yeah.
baseline.
Of course he did. Yes. He just, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, he's going to
Ask
ask
how
him how he touched his life as a professor. I would like to know if there's something you could tell me.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, aside from selections of works, I think it starts as just a recognition that I had something to say, you know, and that began as a conversation. I remember the first time I went to his office, it was to talk about a paper. I think it was the first paper, his first class, it was a C. And I knew it wasn't that great. I wanted to hear what he